Welcome back to AM Custom, guys. Today we're going to build a third hand welding tool. Not like that. So if you've ever TIG welded before, or even MIG welded, I'm going to guess you've ran across this problem before. So what your third hand is going to do is it's going to help you take your chunk of material and hold it in a position and apply pressure in a way that it will hold that chunk of material up. There are multiple different ways to build these. We're going to do it with some things that you would hopefully be able to find around the work area. So I've got a couple of truck valves here that we're going to use. I've got this big heavy old nut. I've got some bolts. Got a chunk of random tubing. Chunk of 1/4 inch wire. And a broken down ratchet. So let's get started. So there's three main things that you want to consider when you go to build your third hand. Number one is you want to have 3 points of contact, or at least a flat on the back side. So when you have your table, you want to have 2 legs on the back side, and then you want to have your item. Let's say you have your tab that you're holding down, and then you have your other point. The second thing is you want to have weight or mass. So you want to have something heavy here that's connected to it to help hold it down, so you're holding that pressure point down. And the third thing is you want to make sure that that weight or mass is behind the center point between your 2 contact points. So from here to here, you want to make sure that if this is your halfway point, that most of your mass is below that halfway point, and that's going to make center of gravity lower, and you're going to have more down pressure and less likely for it to tip over and fall over on yourself. So let's get started with what we got. And it works quite well, so let's make another one. So my next one, I found this tube that already had this bolt welded in the end of it, so we're going to try to utilize that already. So now that we've got them both made here, let's see how they work. So yeah, here they are. These are just two of many different configurations that you can use. This one I used some wire, this big old nut that I found somewhere, a couple of 3/8 bolts. This one There was a chunk of tubing that I already had a chunk of piece of bolt welded into it, and I got this little chunk of shafting and a couple of big block valves on there, and they both work great. You can set them on each other. They'll hold stuff in place perfectly. There's multiple different configurations that you can make. You can use all different kinds of things. As long as you have 3 points of contact, your weight is behind the center line of your point. If you make a wider footprint on it, you're going to chance that less, but it's nice to have big ones and little ones. The big ones you can hold up against things. If you're holding tabs and stuff like this one up against things, the small ones you can get in there tighter, different areas, smaller pieces. Another critical thing is the point on there. That helps kind of narrow that pressure point on your part, makes it less likely that things are going to get away from you. So there's just a couple ways that you guys can make a third hand while you're all cooped up in your garage. I also want to say thank you for watching. I want to try to make more of these fabrication videos down the road, and especially some how-to TIG welding and other fabrication tips. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of that content. Another thing, I got a new camera, so hopefully we'll be able to make a little better quality videos for you guys. So go build something.